Hi, welcome to this tutorial on finding square root of a number. So here we are trying to find the square root of some example numbers. For example, just before we go deep into this, let's have a look at one of the examples we looked at earlier. 16. Square root of 16 means what number must we have in this box, so that if we squared it we would have gotten 16 as a result. Okay, that's what it means. And the square root of 16 only accounts for the number in this box, not the square. We won't have the square. Okay, once again, if 4 square results or provides us 16, then the square root of 16 is only 4. I hope that makes sense. Alright, so answer is 4 here. Okay, let's look at some of the examples, other examples now, and I will show you how to find what the square root numbers should be. Alright, let's have a look. Our first number, let's say, is 196. Square root of 196. How do you find the square root number? So the first thing you do is you look at this number 6 and you try to find any number which, if you multiply it by itself, let's say the number is a, if you multiply it by itself, a would have given you 6, right? Now there are a number of ways to get 6. 2 times 3, but 2 and 3 are different. That gives us 6, but no, that's not gonna work. How about 1 times 6? Yes, it will work, but 1 and 6 is different. Remember, for something to be a square, both numbers has to be same. So 1 and 6 is different numbers. It's not gonna work. What about 3 times 3, 9, 4 times 4 gives us 16. So 4 times 4 actually does give us a 6. Okay, so that's a good start. Now we know 4 times 4 is 16, so it has to be something more than 4. So the next number that we can have, the next bigger number we can have with 4 in it is 14. 14 times 14. 4 times 4 is 16, and we put that 6 right here, right under the second column. Now we still have a 1 in our hand. Now 4 times 1 is 4. This 4 gets added to this 1. We have 56. Now we used 4, so nothing can be used right there. So what do we have left is this 1. Now 1 times 4 is 4. We start placing our number from that row, and then we don't have anything else remaining, and finally 1 times 1 is just 1, and our answer is 6. 4 plus 5 is 9, and there you go, 196, which is exactly the same as 196. So our answer is 14. Square root of 196 is 14. That's how we calculate, that's how we come up with the square root. Alright, let's do one more. In this case we are going to use something perhaps a little bit bigger. 200 and let's use a different color. 289. Square root of 289. Now once again we are going to look for this 9, and we are going to look for two numbers that will give us a 9. It can have other numbers in front of it, doesn't matter. Okay, what gives us 9? 3 gives us 9. 3 times 3 identical numbers gives us 9. Okay, so 3 times 3 gives us 9. So the next bigger number, we need a big number. Remember, we need a big number to get square root of 289. 3 is definitely not the number, because 3 only gives us 9. Okay, so that's why we are looking for the next big number. So next big number is 13 and 13. Let's quickly use 13 and see if we get the answer. 13, what do we get? 13 times 13. Now look, remember in our last calculation we used 14 times 14, and that only gave us 196. So 13 times 13 is definitely going to give us less than 196, right? But what we need is something as big as 289. So 13 is not going to work. Okay, all right, so 13 is not going to work. What else gives us 9? 4 times 4, no. 5 times 5 is 25, so no. 6 times 6 is 36, so no 9 in there either. 7 times 7 is 49. There is a 9 in there. Okay, what about 17 then? So let's use 17 and let's see what we get. So 7 times 7 gives us 49, and we place that 9 right there. We still have a 4 in our hand. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 4 is 11. Now next one, 1 times 7 gives us 7, which goes right there, 7, and 1 times 1 is simply 1, and that goes right there. As a result, we have 9. 7 plus 1 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. 289, which is exactly what we need. So our answer to 289 square root is 17, and that's how we find the square roots. Well, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.